that he says, we're not in the coffee business serving people. We're in the people business serving coffee. And it doesn't matter what industry you are in the people business. Whatever you're selling, the service or product you're providing is really just a means to an end to actually serve people.
Well, and this is where we find the biggest disconnect with small business is they believe that they're in the widget selling business or the service selling business. And in order to make sure that I pay the bills, I must sell my widgets or my services, which is not altogether incorrect.
No,
but the means by which you get there must be the relationships.
Right. And the benefits. So often it's the features. It's red, it's yellow, we're open these hours, we're family owned and operated, this is my history. And it's all this data that's blah, blah, blah. Right? We need to grab people's attentions. We need to connect with them emotionally, find a place that actually shows them there's far more benefit to do business here than any place else, which means we have to connect with them people to people, which means we have to not only train our staff on how to do inventory and run the cash register and all of that piece, but more importantly, how they interact with people. Because I'll tell you what, more often than not, left to our own devices, we're going to screw this up.
It seems to be that way. So remember, your Ericism and Angelosophy for today is simply this. It doesn't matter what business you're in. You're in the relationship business. So get together and find a way with your team, your staff, whoever it is. If you're the only one, great, fantastic. Put on the hat and make sure you take care of your people, your customers. Remember, if you do have staff, they're your first line of customer service. There you go.
Absolutely. All right. Check out the Experience Pros calendar. Have you been to the website recently? ExperiencePros.com. Lots of fun stuff over there. Of course, the calendar tab.
Yeah. The calendar gives you all these events. You know that we average over 35 events a month here at Experience Pros?
I was looking at just this week. It's going to be an awesome week.
Yes, indeed. Absolutely. And we've also got the Extreme Customer Service Directory, and we should probably take a moment to invite you personally. If you're listening to this broadcast anywhere over the country, you've got a friend in the Experience Pros. We're here to support you, and the Extreme Customer Service Directory is our methodology for doing that.
Right. We're not in the diamond business. We're in the people business.
We're in the people business. That's exactly right.
Absolutely. But you can find the best on the Extreme Customer Service Directory, not only when you're looking to do business, but making sure that your company is found when people are looking for the best as well. Check it out at experiencepros.com. It's so easy to get involved.
Absolutely. Well, you've asked for it. You've been looking for a place where it's all positive all the time here on Major Market Radio. Well, you found us. It's the Experience Pros Radio Show, and we're gearing up for another great show just for you. So buckle up. Here we come.
Just selecting good investments and fund managers may not prepare you for the retirement income you need. There are 5 important, less obvious decisions. Learn these 5 decisions and how to make them. Tune in to America's Wealth Management Show, sponsored locally by Life Certain Wealth Strategies here on KLZ 560 every Saturday morning from 9 to 10.
The Experience Pros with Angel and Eric, next on KLZ 560.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, where business revolutionaries Angel Tusty and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello and welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us today. We're here to remind you that small business is big business, and your business is our business. What is going on with the animals in today's society?
What do you mean, the animals in today's society?
Well, you check out the news.
The people driving down the road?
No. Those are animals of a different sort. I'm talking about in this case, bovine type animals.
Cows?
Cows, yes.
Little heifers?
In Danville, California, classic case of mistaken identity, Goliath, who is an 8-week-old calf. Perhaps that's the problem. We name our cows something like Goliath, and they don't know what they are because Goliath apparently believes that he is a dog.
Oh, I think I read this story. Yeah. So he just behaves like a little dog, little puppy, and
right?
runs around and
lives
cuddles
on a ranch.
And yeah.
Mm-hmm.
thinks he's gonna get it. He's gonna get to be really big one day, and he's gonna think he can like run after something and
right. Well, and then he'd be like a bull in a china cabinet, wouldn't he?
exactly.
Goliath
like
was
a bull on a farm.
small and weak when the family first took him in. He was a rescue cow, and they treated him so well that the calf actually believes that he fits right in with the rest of the family's pets. And of course, the photo of him resting on the couch is the one that seems to be getting all the attention. But
people do that with all sorts of fun little animals. Little piggies. They bring in the piggy, and it's like it's like the puppy. It's like the household puppy.
I don't know that we can use the name little for any of the pets on this particular ranch.
They start out little.
There's a Great Dane.
It's the size of a horse.
Right.
Right.
And then, of course, Goliath, and they have interesting affection for one another. It's interesting just to see all these different animals in the news, including the 4 emus that got away in Tucson, Arizona. You just driving down the road, mind your own business, and there goes 1, 2, 3, 4 emus. Don't call them ostriches. They're not.
What's the difference?
Fur. Feathers or something.
It's you get crocodile and alligator mixed up, buffalo and bison, emu and ostrich,
right?
Llamas and alpacas,
and a partridge in a pear tree.
It's almost that time.
Yeah. So there's
does it make you now want to go out and get a puppy?
No.
Or any other animal that you just want to embrace and think, okay, I can train this wild animal to be my loving pet, and I will take him home and I will pet him.
I might want a gator.
Like an alligator?
Yeah. Well,
you keep them in your bathtub?
In Sugar Land, Texas, an 800-pound alligator found a new home, stylish new muzzle, after being captured outside a Texas hair salon.
A hair salon?
Hair salon.
Oh, I bet they wrestled him good.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking I could probably, be like, get an alligator and we could both go to the hair salon. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but I am growing it back.
Oh, are you? I just thought you didn't shave.
Well, that's how you grow it back.
Well, right. But is that what you're saying? Is that the story? Oh, it's not that I didn't shave today. I'm growing it back.
Me and the gator, we're going to go to the hair salon together.
How much are we growing back? Because I think you just didn't shave for like the weekend.
Look at the line. I shave.
Oh,
I have a beard line.
Okay, so what's all this stuff on your cheek? Are we growing that back too?
Well, yeah.
Are we growing like a full beard? Or are we just growing back the hair on your head?
I did this for Moshe Movember.
Oh, my son tried to pull that on me.
Well, he's got 6 hairs.
No. He had all this like furry stuff on the side of his face. Yeah. I'm like, honey, are you going to shave that? And he's 18. He's like, Mom, it's Movember.
Right.
Like, we don't shave. I'm like, how would you like it if I pulled that one on you and just flashed my legs and said, it's Movember? I don't think, right?
No.
Wouldn't appreciate that very much.
Hold on for a second.
Kind of how I feel about you and your Movember.
Really?
Kind of the same thing, yeah.
I got a nice line. I'm actually looking pretty fancy.
You are kind of looking fancy.
See?
But Michael wasn't. Yeah. Michael wasn't. No, it was looking pretty scruffy. And I think it's just a big excuse to be scruffy. But doesn't it itch? Because I would think it would be itchy.
You go through the itching period, but anybody who's ever had facial hair or hair on their head,
does it itch on your head too?
It does.
Really?
Yeah.
So are you growing it back?
Well,
of course he is.
Just
guess what we just did? Pictures.
Stop.
He always waits until we just do new pictures.
If you take a look at the picture, he
has a hat on. He has a hat on.
No, those are old pictures. Those are really old pictures.
Let me see the picture on the website. We're just doing a new website with all the new pictures.
Yeah?
Finally getting all the new pictures, like all moved over from what we took a year ago. It took us a year to actually implement the new pictures. But now that we're implementing the new pictures, oh yeah, he's got a hat on.
Those are old pictures.
But it's on the new site. We're just now implementing it on all. We haven't transferred all the old pictures.
So what you're saying is
the new old pictures.
What you're saying is we need new pictures.
These are the newest old pictures. No, because it will take us a year.
We need new pictures.
No. We've just got to a space, and of course Eric's going to change his hairstyle. I have a beard.
We need new pictures.
No, we're not changing the pictures for you. You planning to do a little family dinner? Do you love family holiday dinners?
I love all dinners.
Is your family, when your family all gets together, is it a full contact sport for holiday family dinner?
When my whole family gets together?
Yeah. Do you ever do that?
Have you met me?
He doesn't do that.
My family doesn't live
in the last few years, Eric has become a bachelor, and now so we don't do anything, traditional or family or anything like that. But prior to that, 20 years you were married, in-laws, grandparents, cousins,
outlaws.
Did you ever do the whole family?
Yes,
right?
we did. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So do you remember? Do you remember those moments? Somebody gets all up in arms. There's tears. Broccoli gets thrown. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
What
do you do? I don't do a lot of.
You don't do that anymore. Well, anyway,
I did family last year. Went out and hung out with my sister.
6 ways to ruin family dinner.
Bitten by a wolf.
Because I think, we need tips on how to ruin family dinner, right? But how to fix it. And so if you're kind of dreading, family holidays, getting together and those tough family conversations, here's how you can hopefully avoid having the joy sucked out of your family dinner.
I hate joy suckers.
Number 1, raising stressful topics or arguing. So even if a stressful topic is picked up, is kind of brought, does not mean you need to add to the conversation.
So are you just not shaving, or are you actually trying to grow that thing out? One of those? What we're talking about?
Right. They say save important topics for car rides. Because
important topics for car rides?
Right.
That way you can't jettison.
Actually, I do like the idea when you have to have an important topic with your kid, important conversation with your kid, to do it in the car.
Oh my gosh.
1, because you can't really look at each other. You can't have that stare down, that wicked stare down that just is so intimidating, because you have to keep your eyes on the road, right? And you have to be a little distracted. It also means that sometimes, especially if it's in the evening, it's a little bit dark, so you can kind of mask some of your emotions. Kids don't necessarily want you to see them emotional. Yeah. And so they can mask some of that emotion, which kind of helps them save a little bit of pride. And also it's quick and easy because, we're in our relationship, and when you are the conversation over. Don't focus too much on manners. Yes, it's a dilemma having our kids sit down at the table and shovel
Hand me that broccoli.
But constant micromanaging. Use your napkin. Don't put your cup there. Sit closer to the table. Sit up. Hands back.
Nag.
Right? Yes, teaching them manners is important, but barking orders at them through the meal is aggravating. So decide that even though they might not have the best manners for this meal, just enjoy that we are all here together as a family, and don't focus so much that they're chewing with their mouth open. Complaining about the food. Negativity is a joy killer.
You call this moist?
Yeah. Oh,
I just had to use the word moist.
There's lumps in my mashed potatoes, or, the turkey is cold, or the gravy is you didn't try and slave over and put a 10-course meal on the table all at once and coordinate the timing of all of that.
That's just the way it goes at the Christmas holiday table.
Don't stop at the fast food place on your way to the dinner to fill up because you don't think you're going to like.
Totally done that. I have so totally done that.
Yeah, I have a relative who has done that too. Shows up for a family and they stopped for dinner. Sometimes they bring in the bag with them because they're not quite done yet. You're here for dinner, right?
Right.
Well, yeah, but I wasn't sure I was going to like that. I wasn't sure I was going to like what you were cooking. I'm like, you know what?
So busted.
Bye. Talk about, let's see, what is it? Talk about what others are eating. Really? You're going to eat all that? Really? You're going to have that much butter?
Yeah, Angel.
I know. You want me to help you? I'm your accountant.
8 tacos? 8 tacos? You got 8 tacos? How many of those are for me? None? 8 tacos in the drive-thru.
So am I just so when you say, Angel, I wish I could do something about, my diet, and then you eat 8 tacos, am I just to go, 8 tacos, that's a really good choice. That's exactly what I would do. Not coming to the table when dinner is ready because the football game is still, or there's some big play. I'm like, when dinner is ready, get your little hiney to the table.
There you go. Right. That's what TiVo was invented for.
Right.
There's your holiday dinner tips for you, folks. We'll be back with more tips, business tips, and insights. Is your future strong? Coming up next on the Experience Pros Radio Show. This is the most positive business talk show in America.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
You keep wondering about refinancing options. You know rates are low, but don't know how to go about getting the best rate and best type of loan for your situation. What do you even need to get started? Wonder no more. Go to CherylAnswers.com. Cheryl of ALMC Mortgage has put together a checklist of what you need to know and frequently asked questions when it comes to your mortgage. Get answers. Go to CherylAnswers.com. CherylAnswers.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, you have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley of Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner. 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT, solving the IT puzzle one piece at a time.
Imagine having a business partner watch over your computer systems day and night, actively responding to changing needs in your environment, helping make sure things run fast and smooth, protecting your valuable information. With Availability, our managed services platform, C-Squared Computer Consulting can provide 24/7 monitoring, manage updates, and optimize your systems. Let C-Squared be your business partner. Call us at 303-933-1113. Mention Experience Pros, and we'll waive the setup fee.
Friends, there are very few things more important to your business than the way it's viewed and used on the internet. Your website is the gateway to your entire sales process, and here at Experience Pros, we trust Donna Galassi and Blue Zenith Web Design to make our website more than just a brochure for our business. If you want your website to be an experience, contact Donna today at 720-248-8431. That's 720-248-8431, or visit them online to see their work. Use bluezenith.com. We do.
Get your payroll and employee paperwork done efficiently, effectively, and economically with Employer Essentials. Free up your time, free up your money, and let Employer Essentials help your business grow. They handle all of your payroll and HR needs at EmployerEssentials.com or call 303-734-9436. 303-734-9436.
Hey, diehards, this is Angel, and I want you to join me on Thanksgiving morning for the Highlands Ranch Chamber 5K. It starts with a pancake breakfast provided by our friends from the Colorado National Guard and finishes with fun activities. I'll let you guess what they'll be serving in the beer garden. The race starts at 9 a.m. on Thanksgiving morning, and you'll be finished and energized enough to eat the whole turkey. Sign up for the early bird price online at td5k.com. That's td5k.com to save $10. It's all brought to you by the Highlands Ranch Chamber and Furniture Row. td5k.com.
Big game hunting is upon us, and waterfowl season is in full swing. Hi, this is Scott Watley with Sportsman of Colorado. Join us every Saturday from 1 to 2 p.m. right here on KLZ 560. We'll bring you local outfitters and experts on how to make your next outdoor adventure a success. Looking for a place to hunt? We've got you covered. Want to book a waterfowl hunt or a trophy elk hunt with a reliable outfitter? We can help. If you like the outdoors, you'll love Sportsman of Colorado. Sportsman of Colorado, Saturdays at 1, right here on KLZ 560.
The U.S. Postal Service wants to remind everyone this year to protect themselves from becoming victims of identity theft. Never give out passwords, PIN numbers, or account numbers. To learn more, visit www.consumer.gov/ncpw.
The Experienced Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros radio show.
Welcome back to the Experienced Pros radio show with Angel and Eric. Thanks for taking time out of your business day to join us for hours. Hey, are you future strong? You have any clue what that means?
Well, we're going to find out from our next guest, Bill Jensen. He says the central premise of the book is that most businesses are locked into 20th century approaches that are holding back the next fundamental shift in human capacity. Bill is an internationally acclaimed author and a speaker known for his provocative ideas, extremely useful content, and his passion for making it easier for everyone to work smarter, not harder. Bill, welcome to the Experience Pros radio show.
Thank you for having me, guys. Thrilled to be here.
Bill, it's a thrill to have you on the program. What does it mean to be future strong?
The future is unfolding in front of us, and it's so crazy, and nobody knows what to do. So I interviewed thousands of people around the world saying, how do you prepare for an unknown future?
Right.
And the results were a lot that came out in the book around how we prepare ourselves, how we team with others, and how we interact with new technologies.
All right, so let's talk about some of the factors and the choices that we're going to need to be able to make, because I think we continue to still do the same thing we've always done in order to really be innovative, in order to be the future. It almost seems like we have to scrap everything and start all over, but do we really have to do that, Bill?
No. First, Angel, start with yourself. And let me start with rip the Band-Aid off fast, the bad news. Only from the people we surveyed, only 10% of the people in the mainstream workforce can achieve their dreams where they currently work.
10%?
Only 10%.
Oh, that stinks.
Yeah, it does. So it begins with knowing who you are and knowing what your dreams are and standing up for those dreams. Most of us compromise those dreams as soon as we start wherever we work.
So do I have to learn video games?
No, Eric, first you have to know yourself. We found the 80-20 rule of inner knowingness. It's 80% of us think we know who we are and are wrong and have only done 20% of the work.
Is that wait just a second, Bill, I got to interject right there. Is that the 80% who are married and the spouse, the wife, is saying, oh no, that's not who you are?
Well, as I'm divorced right now, I can't say I'm qualified to answer
you and me both, brother. Okay, good deal. So what do we do? How do we get started? What's going on?
It starts with you. Yes, the technologies are going to be crazy. Analytics and the Internet of Everything is going to take over everything. There's going to be a lot more robotics. A lot more people are going to lose jobs. But how you keep your job, whether you're a manager, an entrepreneur, or a worker bee, is begin with knowing who you are and what you want to achieve. So one of the exercises in the book is I talk about the obituary exercise. Write your obituary saying tomorrow. What would it say? And then write an obituary as if you're going to die 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now, and compare the two. If there's a difference, those are your dreams going unfulfilled. Begin with who you are, what we call in the book your soul on fire. What's your one thing? Why are you here on this planet? And begin with that, and then work backwards from that.
It's kind of a morbid exercise to think about, right, Bill? But I think it really puts that perspective into what we're doing. If we have these big dreams, we have these big goals, if there's stuff that we want to achieve, and we're buying into the lie and the myth that, oh, there's time and it'll always come and I'll just do that later. I mean, our calendars are not going to magically free up with nothing to do and nobody asking anything
obsolete.
of us, right? But here's one of the things, Bill, I think also, probably, when we're younger, we think, okay, I've got forever to do this, and everything I'm going to do is going to make this big impact. But as we get older, I think we start to, I think we just kind of start to realize, okay, well, I'm really not making a big impact. I'm just kind of making it through. And really, can you teach these old dogs new tricks? Or is really am I really just going to be stuck in my ways and I'll have to allow the next generation to make that change?
There's two tricks that I've found that work with different kinds of people. One is to take the long view and like the obituary exercise that I just talked about. The other is the daily view. The most important number in business that we never talk about is 1,440, 1,440. That is the number of minutes in a day. And most of us throw those minutes away because we think we're supposed to do something. The shouldas, we couldas, wouldas. But we really need to focus on making the most of every day. So instead of trying to tackle, for some people, what is my obituary going to be 40 years from now? What are you doing today? That's the most important thing.
Yeah, Bill, you talk a little bit about the 5 choices that people have to make. And we probably don't have time for all 5, but let's pick a couple of them as on what they really mean to us?
Well, the first couple through our discussion, Inner Truth, was what makes you you. So sit down with a pen and paper and try and describe that, knowing really who you are. Soul on Fire is who have you chosen to become. But one of the things that I also want to emphasize for everybody who works either as a mid-manager or below, we also talked about sacrifices.
Yes.
And what are my best hardships for my best future? Best hardships. That means most of the sacrifices we're making for company success, many of them may not be in our best interest. So we have to give some thought to what are good sacrifices that will help me go further in my career, not necessarily bad sacrifices that are helping somebody else like the company, but not me.
You know, we made such a sacrifice on day one of our radio show, which, by the way, was 6 years ago today. Imagine that.
Woohoo, congrats!
But we decided on that day that we were not going to go with an afternoon drive time show, because that would mean that Angel would not be home for her family. And it was a hard choice, but it was a sacrifice that paid off in the end. Is that what you're talking about?
That is a perfect example, Eric. Perfect.
I like how you talk about, I think whenever we think we have to give up something or we have to sacrifice something, there's always this negative connotation to it. And so we don't want to let anything go or think there's this big, I'm giving up who I am, but really are you letting something go so something bigger can come in and take its place? The book is Future Strong. Bill, where would you like our listeners to get a copy and even follow up with you if they would like to?
You can get it on Amazon, Future Strong, and you can email me at my website, bill@simplerwork.com.
Simplerwork.com, bill@simplerwork.com. A final inspirational point for us, Bill?
Go have fun. Go hug somebody.
Yeah, that's solid.
Well,
no matter what generation you're
there's
from.
There's a future there. Absolutely. Bill, thank you so much for being our guest today.
Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. The book is Future Strong, and follow up with Bill at simplerwork.com.
I love it. I love it. 5 different things: Inner Truth, Soul on Fire, Humble Self, Sacrifice, and Reliance. The Reliance chapter is worth the purchase alone. Go get it. Folks, do you know what SEO means? It's search engine optimization, but do you know what it can do for you? Well, when we come back, we've got the expert in studio who's going to help you understand and execute on your SEO strategy, next on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Get focused, take inspired action, and break through your distractions by attending Vision is Victory, the event led by Carrie Conley in Scottsdale, Arizona. Reduced airfares are happening right now, so sign up today and take a few days in January to transform your business and your life. You'll leave with a step-by-step plan to create massive success for the entire year. Vision is Victory. The event starts January 14th. Register online at infinitenation.com for this vision building retreat and join us to create the best year of your life. infinitenation.com.
If you rely on networking to build your business, you need Renovate. If you are sick of wasting your time cold calling to find a few, you need Renovate. Extreme Relationship Management will help you renovate. Renovate is revolutionary training that elevates your not working and supercharges your networking to get real results. Sign up for the next Renovate training this week at extremerelationshipmanagement.com or call 855-I-LIKE-ERM. You need Renovate.
Stop calling around looking for the best mortgage rates and call ALMC Mortgage. ALMC Mortgage matches you with the right mortgage for your needs every single time. Now's the right time to finance. Call ALMC Mortgage today at 303-696-6933. 303-696-6933. Check out today's current rates and questions you should ask about your mortgage at almcmortgage.com. almcmortgage.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Over 400,000 businesses in Colorado have less than 10 employees. Your business probably fits into that category. Imagine what would be accomplished if everyone joined forces. The Colorado Micro Business Alliance brings owners together to give you a unified voice in state and local politics, as well as helps negotiate better deals for products and services. They offer top-level seminars and networking events. Join now for only $5 a month at coloradomicrobusinessalliance.com.
Hi, this is Angel, and I've been in my home for 12 years now. When I think about redecorating, I just can't seem to get past what I've always done. Helene's Designs offers a fluff it up service for home decorating. She takes what I already have and rearranges just enough to fluff it up. Call Helene to get fluffed up at 720-233-7302. Helene's Designs is a full-service design firm that helps you turn your dreams into a reality. Call Helene's Designs today at 720-233-7302 or check out the before and after pictures online at helenesdesigns.com.
Home Care Assistance Denver is the leading provider of 24/7 live-in care for your aging loved ones. From hospice to dementia care, hourly or around the clock, Home Care Assistance Denver is here to help. They offer free senior lifestyle and brain health education workshops from Denver to Fort Collins and welcome you and your family to join. For workshop information, call 720-443-3371 or homecareassistancedenver.com. They're changing the way the world ages.
SharpNet Solutions has been optimizing websites for over 16 years, since before Google was even a company. Hi, this is Eric, and I want you to let that sink in for a moment. SharpNet Solutions has been helping hundreds of small businesses get found on the search engines since before Google became Google. They're one of the most affordable SEO firms in the country, and if you tell them Experience Pros sent you, you'll get up to 50% off of your SEO services. Still wonder if they can help you? Google Experience Pros. We use them. 303-900-4988. That's 303-900-4988 or sharpnetsolutions.com.
Do you wish your career was moving along a different path? Do you ever feel like your business owns you when it really should be the other way around? Do you feel like this isn't the life you thought you'd be living? Well, you're not alone. Sandy Corrigan has a system that helps people create careers worth having, businesses worth owning, that results in lives worth living. Call or text Sandy Corrigan today at 303-907-1010. That's 303-907-1010. It's worth the phone call.
I'm John Walsh. I'm Ed Smart. When a child is abducted, time is critical. That's why Amber Alert is so important. The public is notified when a child is abducted. It's a partnership between broadcasters, law enforcement, transportation, and you. Thanks for making Amber Alert happen.
Rush to Reason with John Rush this afternoon at 3. Now back to the Experience Pros on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros radio show.
One way or another, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you one way.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show. Wouldn't you love it if one way or another people are going to find you, they're going to get you, they're going to get you. Well, that's what SEO is all about.
Well, you know what? If you don't have your website optimized, they're not going to find you, they're not going to get you, and you're losing lots in potential new business. So our guest expert, Jason Van Vleet, he's with business development for SharpNet Solutions. They've been optimizing business websites before Google was even a company. They have SEO'd Experience Pros. They perform SEO for local, regional, and national businesses nationwide. We're putting them to the test. Hopefully you will too. Jason, welcome to the Experience Pros radio show.
Well, thank you.
Jason, it's fantastic to have you on. SEO for small business owners. First of all, let's cover the basics because I think so many people just still don't know. What is SEO?
Sure. Well, I think that was a really interesting segue, this last interview that you had in making dreams come true. And Google has really done a lot of that for small businesses in particular over years. And what it boils down to is the search engines have leveled the playing field for even the small guy now to compete with the big national companies. And that's been, a very exciting trend over the last 4 or 5 years. So I think everybody pretty much knows that you need to get found on Google. You need to have a presence on Google. And it becomes a question of, well, how do you do that? It doesn't just happen overnight. There's a whole process to it.
Sure.
And so there's certain things that you can do that will help without even hiring a company. We like to see a certain infrastructure in place for a website before we really take off with it and do our campaign. And
those are big words: infrastructure in place and stuff like that. So boil it down for.
So let me describe that for you.
Explain that to me.
Yes. So what we need to do to begin with is a lot of the websites tend to have very little content in them these days. They try to minimize the amount of words, the amount of content that it has. Well,
right, because you want pictures, you want it to be pretty, and simplify. People aren't going to read a lot of stuff.
It's all about design, right? So,
but Google's still reading, aren't they?
They are. Yeah, the algorithm still reads the text, still reads the written content, so the content is still king.
How do we do both then, Jason?
Well, that becomes the challenge, and there's some real simple guidelines for starters on any given page that you really want to show up in the Google algorithms. A good rule of thumb would be about 200 to 300 words per page. That gives Google a good amount of information to try to index the information and pick up on the algorithms that it's looking for.
All right. Okay. So I know that certain people use. Can we just call them bad SEO practices? What is a bad
SEO practice? Like what could be bad?
Sure. So over time, Google has decided that they were going to get rid of plagiarism for one thing. So their answer to that was something called the Panda update. What you see so many times is you see franchises in particular that will just duplicate content all over the web. They'll have branded websites everywhere. They'll have the same information everywhere. Well, Google doesn't like that, and so they now penalize you for that. So if you're a franchise, that's kind of a pain because you want the same message, you want the same branding.
Right.
But in reality, what you have to do is create what we call unique pages of content, which is original written content in certain pages that you want to have optimized. That could be the home page, that could be service pages, that could be other pages within the internet. But you've got to have unique content in there to now be recognized properly in the search engines.
This is hard stuff, Jason, because you think, okay, I created that. It's all very optimized, like all the content in here, all the great keywords that people would be searching for. I would think, let's duplicate that and put it in as many places as we can, but that's bad. Okay, is there anything else that's bad?
There's a few other things. We mentioned the lack of content would be a bad practice. We've also got another update called Penguin, and Panda and Penguin.
You're going to tell me that there's too much content is a bad thing?
No, but too many links can be a bad thing.
Too many links? The whole goal was to get links.
If they're bad links, what we call spammy links. Okay. And that actually even gets into another aspect of something we have to worry about now called negative SEO. But first, I'll kind of explain, what this bad link practice would be. For years, people were trying to game the system of Google, game the algorithm. And so the web crawler goes out, as you probably heard it as the spider, something along those lines. Yeah. It'll go out and it actually looks for how many links are pointing to a website.
Right.
So the more links you have, the bigger the website appears, the more Google used to like it. Well, people would create these packages, these fake websites, and they'd point them right at your website. And you could buy these packages and all of a sudden have 1,000 links pointing to your website overnight. So Google would come to the site and say, wow, this is really an important site. Well, Google caught on to that about 3 years ago. And so with this update called Penguin, for no other reason than that was the name of the guy at Google that created the program.
The guy's name was Penguin?
The last name was Penguin.
I'm so sorry for that guy.
And so at any rate, Google said, well, you're not going to game the system anymore. So, we've created a program that's going to fix that. So now, it's more important than ever to have good quality links, but they need to be natural links coming to your website.
So there we're flipping over to the good SEO practices. Have good quality links, be original, have an authentic and organic relationship with the people that are out there who are linking back to you. Yes?
Correct. Yeah, you're right. They want to know that you've got real people out there that are recommending you and really want to endorse you.
That's smart. That's smart. Let me ask you about keywords, because keywords used to be the big dog in if you had good keywords. I have discovered that keywords on our directory are still very, very important. I think it's true also on Google, but you've got to know the ins and the outs of keyword usage, yes?
Yeah, and what has changed is the way the algorithm now sees the keywords and phrases. It becomes more and more intelligent all the time. It's probably not long before it starts doing our thinking for us.
Sure.
And so, ultimately what you need to do is take a look at a phrase that you want to rank for, not just a keyword.
Right.
So if it's a chiropractor, the obvious one would be chiropractor in Cherry Creek or chiropractor in Lakewood.
There you go.
Well, the thing is, you got a different variation of that. In fact, you got thousands of different variations of that. And so just tweaking and reversing the order of words and saying Lakewood chiropractor, you may rank number one on page one for one thing, but not rank number one for the other thing.
Isn't that interesting?
And it could be a real subtle difference. Further, it can also be a huge difference in the amount of traffic that you're getting when you just reverse a word. You could have something that has 500 hits a month that comes in on one term, but only have 10 maybe on another that is a very similar term. So it really is paying attention to how people are searching.
Do you just love all this little lingo, Jason, having to learn
somebody's got to
the ins and outs, right? Because it seems like as soon as we get on board with what we think is going to be searchable, right, and findable, Google comes along and changes the rules again. How do you guys stay on top of that and make sure, because you guys do amazing work for your clients?
Well, I appreciate that. We just kind of live and breathe it every day. But
let me give some contact information, Jason.
Sure.
Your business, of course, SharpNet Solutions, sharpnetsolutions.com. Is there a contact phone number that people can call and connect with you and find out, what the rates are and all that? And folks, it's much more expensive or inexpensive than you think. It is very affordable. Please.
Sure. If you want to call me directly, you can get a hold of me at 970-215-4708.
970-215-4708. Call Jason and find out what he can do for you and your business. And a final question for you. What impact does SEO really have for small business? It really can help a lot, yeah?
Oh, yeah. What I see happen every day is I see businesses absolutely thrive when they can get their internet search down and when they can get it working for them. We've had businesses give us their last $500-600. They've come to us and said, well, this is all we've got. What can you do for us? We've tried everything else.
That's a dangerous game right there.
It is. And we've taken it on. And that happened to be for an insurance agent that we were working with out of New Mexico. And that was about 4 years ago. Today, he has sold his practice and is retired.
Talking about wanting to get into a higher ranking priority, such to the point where you're in insurance you're surrounded by competition, and you guys got him to a place where he could find a way out and sell for a profit. What a great, great story.
Yeah, wasn't it Bill Gates that said if I had $2, I'd spend $1 on marketing?
Probably.
And that's what they did. Okay, sharpnetsolutions.com. Sharpnetsolutions.com. Do a Google search on Experience Pros and check out their work and see what they've done.
Absolutely.
They'll do amazing stuff for you,
Jason,
as well.
That phone number one more time.
970-215-4708.
Love it. Jason, thank you so much for what you do for Experience Pros and what you do for our listeners every day, man. You guys really rock it.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.
You bet. Folks, when we come back, more positive business talk, as you've come to expect. This is Eric and Angel and the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Hi, this is Angel, and I want you to picture this.
You're driving home after soccer practice. Your little girl is sitting in the back seat and the radio is gently playing your favorite music. Your car is your world for the moment, and your world is safe because Nyland's Collision Center wouldn't cut corners on the quality of parts when they fixed that fender bender last month. NYLUNDS collision.com. No one knows your car better. The safety of your whole world is in their hands. Visit nylandscollision.com or call them at 303-761-9219.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
You've had it with the big box print shops and online printing companies. Sure, they offer cheap services, and that's what you get, cheap service. Isn't it about time you found someone who not only made you look good, but also makes you feel good? Award-winning PrintingDoneQuickly.com offers the highest level of concierge service without the concierge price. PrintingDoneQuickly.com, where we serve your business as we wish to be served, and quickly too. That's PrintingDoneQuickly.com.
I don't know how to tell you this, but recently your husband's been pretty cold.
Did he do something or say something?
No, he's just cold.
I can't believe you'd say that. He's the most caring person I know.
Will someone please call Bowman Heating and Air? It's so cold in here, even the pipes are freezing.
Don't let your friends call your husband cold. Call Bowman Heating and Air today, 303-622-6502, and get a $99 furnace service to prevent your husband from getting cold. 303-622-6502 or BowmanHVAC.com.
Landlords, listen up. If you have investment property, you need Legacy Properties PM. Devin Bewley will absolutely get you the highest rent possible, handle every imaginable emergency, and make sure that your property is well cared for. He visits every property regularly and knows that he's working for you. Legacy Properties PM, where their promise to you is simple. If your property isn't earning you money, you owe them nothing. There's nothing to lose. 720-989-1996. Mention Experience Pros and they'll waive the first month's management fee.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experience Pros radio show. This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the orange effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
Attention business owners, if you're waiting 30 to 60 days or more to get paid, Riviera Finance can turn your invoices into immediate cash flow. Let them help. Their process is created. Offices in the U.S. and Canada. So if you bill on credit but need better cash flow, call Riviera Finance now. 800-872-7484. That's 800-872-7484. Or visit RivieraFinance.com.
You need more customers, and you need to keep the ones you already have. List That Save My Business is your answer to gaining and retaining clients without cold calling or chasing cold leads. Do business with people who like you and who already trust you. List That Save My Business is the book with easy-to-use checklists to bring more of the right customers into your sales process. Buy your copy of List That Save My Business from Amazon.com. These lists will save your business. Buy your copy of List That Save My Business today and grow your business the Experience Pros way.
I started going cold turkey. Well, at least when I'm in the car.
I know I shouldn't do it, but it's so hard to stop. That's why I hide it from myself, so I won't be tempted.
I used to do it all the time. I stopped by locking it in my glove compartment.
My friend used to do it way too much. Now I turn it off when we're in the car.
My solution is simple. I just don't do it.
There are lots of ways to stop yourself and others from texting and driving. How will you stop? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Angie Austin with the Good News with Angie Austin. That's me. Please join me right here on this station, KLZ, for the Good News on Sundays at 8 a.m.
experienced pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. We're going to get you organized. Have you ever considered going paperless in your office? Now, we know these days,
brief moments in time.
we are all so dependent on technology, right? We're growing even more and more dependent.
Sure.
When the internet goes down, the electricity goes off, you forget your power cord at home.
I did forget my power cord.
Little things like that.
To check the temperature of your battery.
Send us into freaky mode, right? And we panic. And so Eric and I are sharing a power cord today for that. But it really does beat the alternative, right? Stacks and stacks of paper.
Oh, sure.
Cutting down trees in order for everybody to have, printing out every email or stacks of documents so that everybody's on the same page.
Sure.
But when it's all online, it's all in the cloud, it's all on the internet, we can all have all that information no matter where we are.
Now, you found an app a couple of years ago, and you've been kind of in and out playing with it over the years.
So I was a Franklin Planner girl, right? I carried my day timer, right? If you have your Franklin Planner, your day timer, whatever your brand was.
You'd buy new covers for your Franklin Planner, and you'd call them
a dress.
Dresses.
It's a new dress for my planner, right? You'd get a new fancy dress.
I'm sending our video signal SOS.
Right? Because it was pretty. It had to be pretty and it had to be functional. Now, when I gave up, who you sending SOS? I'm
totally flashing SOS through my eyelashes.
I'm not putting a dress on you.
No, you're just a little obsessive.
Oh, just a little. I do love a good bag, planner, cover, all of that.
Right.
Anyways, I went digital with my calendar.
Woo!
Everybody was so excited. I didn't know what the big deal was, but everybody was so excited. But what ended up happening is, that solved the calendar portion of the planner, but so much more was in my planner than my calendar.
Yeah, you like to take notes, and you're left-handed, and you're creative, and I get to the place where I almost could not work with you because of where I lived.
Where do you live?
The 21st century.
All right. So found Evernote. And now I found a fun little article by Michael Hyatt of some really essential ways that he uses Evernote to stay organized and to pretty much go fairly paperless. But you have to know the secret words and how to your notebooks, your stacks. And
did you know there was book words and secret words?
Just these are the terms. So, here's a notebook. It's the collection of individual notes. So this is how Evernote organizes.
Oh, so you put notes in a notebook. Oh, that makes sense.
Right? Yeah. Now, theoretically, you could just have one notebook.
Sure.
And you could dump everything into it.
What's the matter with that?
But think about if you were going to get organized.
Oh, for gosh, there goes the organized again.
You could have a collection of notebooks.
What would you call that?
That's your stack.
You have stacks of notebooks.
Stacks of notebooks, right? So one is for work, maybe a notebook for each client. And so you'd have a stack of notebooks, one for each client.
How do you find a note if you have stacks?
Or area of responsibility. And then this is where tags come in. So the keywords, we talked about keywords with SEO. Well, it's kind of your filing system.
Okay.
Now, I have a very funky filing system.
That's for dang sure.
But it works for me. Mm-hmm. But you can actually view all notes that have a specific tag, regardless of which notebook it resides in. So ultimate in filing flexibility. Doesn't this just make you so exciting?
Filing flexibility. I can think
filing
of another
flexibility.
F word that comes to mind.
Okay, so sometimes people get confused of whether something should be a notebook or a tag. So think about this, that you've got your notebooks, your stacks of notebooks. And
you've got stacks of notebooks.
And then inside of them, you've tagged them, according to some different searchability pieces.
Okay.
Now, the nice thing about Evernote, you don't have to put tags in for every single thing.
You don't.
As long as the words
it reads the words.
Right?
Right.
Yeah. So then Michael actually gives, I'm going to post this article on our Facebook wall. He actually gives an example. He has, now Eric, don't freak out.
All right. I'm trying not to.
522 notebooks.
522 notebooks? And he calls himself organized?
But get this. Okay, so all my organizing friends. So, I've been going through my whole marathon tidy at my house. I'm 2 weeks left, and I think we'll be done. I'm doing it in little segments of time. I don't actually have a whole marathon of time that I can just go and do this major clean out on my house. It's been 15 years we've lived here. And I do the room of the month. So the internal structure of my home is pretty organized, but the basement and the garage have been kind of the free-for-all dump because there's so much space. And as long as it was in a bin or on a shelf, it felt organized and cleaned up to me. So anyways, this is like, I'm so excited to get this all cleaned up. But here's what his notebooks are.
Yeah.
He has his financial notebook. And in it, he has his bills, checks, receipts, and tax returns.
Each one of those is a separate notebook because we couldn't all put it in one notebook called financial.
Well, no, the stack is the financial stack, right? And in the financial stack, he has his bills notebook, his checks notebook, receipts, tax returns. In his ministry stack, he's got a church, a mentoring group, and his podcast.
I can't say anything about that. I mean, the guy's
in his
ministry is
personal
cool.
stack, books to read, goals, medications, planning retreats, right?
You need a notebook for medications.
Well, as we get a little older, right? Maybe, you keep track of when the last time you went to the dentist and what the results were for a dentist. Or if you are monitoring your health, you got high cholesterol and what the blood work was, and you're kind of tracking and you want to keep track of all that.
In his work stack, he has a notebook called jokes. You know how many he's got? One. One joke.
One joke.
'Cause it's not funny, Mr. Evernote.
But past engagements, he has all the different clients that he's currently working with get their own notebook, different projects that he's doing. And so everything is in their own notebook, which makes it look super, super tidy and organized. I'm going to pull up my Evernote, Eric, so that you don't get so freaky because mine isn't so bad. 39.
Well,
notebook.
On my computer, I have folders called documents, and under documents, I've got recipes and Word documents, and under Word documents, I've got clients. Each one of the clients, wow.
See?
It's kind of like what I already do.
Well, but it's all in one place, and it's a nice little filing
And it fits
system.
on your phone.
And it's on my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I only have 7 notebooks.
All right, well.
So, see, that's not so bad.
I'll try to get
Anyways, I'm going to post this.
You need
It's
a
just
stack.
really cool because he's got his notebooks, he's got his stack, and he's got his tags. Here's the thing. The more you use it, the more you love it.
Okay. Evernote. Check out the app. There's an app for that. Hey, we got to take a quick top of the hour station ID, but the good news is there's a whole nother hour of positive business talk coming up right after this.
This has been the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionary Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
Colorado Wellness with Dr. Stephen Olson, Wednesday afternoon at 2 during ATX. Ask the Experts on KLZ 560.
Want to influence the kids in your community? Be a coach, a mentor, a volunteer, because you have something to offer. Log on to helpyourcommunity.org and help kids stay off drugs. Brought to you by the Office of National Drug Control Policy and the Ad Council.
KLZ AM 560, KLZ HD Denver, and online streaming at KLZ560radio.com. This is KLZ 560. Freedom, liberty, truth.
This is USA Radio News. I'm Melody Burkett. Republican presidential hopefuls are preparing for their latest debate tomorrow night. Due to falling poll numbers, former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee has been bounced off the main debate and will be in an earlier undercard debate.
I'll get more time, which, my gosh, in the first 3 debates, one of the challenges that I faced was I was near the bottom of being able to talk about Social Security, Medicare protection, focus on tax policy.
Huckabee tells Fox News even though he didn't get enough time in the previous debates, he has seen an uptick in donations to his campaign from supporters. In the undercard debate, he'll share the stage with New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, Louisiana Governor Bobby Jindal, and former Pennsylvania Senator Rick Santorum. The FBI is agreeing to join the investigation into the crash of a Russian jetliner in Egypt. A number of American officials have said it's nearly certain that a bomb planted on the plane brought it down. This is USA Radio News. I'm Melody Burkett.
This holiday, there are a few things I can count on. My daughter will ask for a pony, again.
Please, 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 please.
Grandpa will tell one of his colorful stories at dinner.
And that's why I don't have a spleen.
And thanks to the Postal Service, my holiday shipping will be stress-free.
Make holiday shipping easy with free box delivery, free tracking, and free package pickup from the U.S. Postal Service. This is our season. Priority you. Free tracking and free box delivery available for select products. For details on free package pickup, visit USPS.com/pickup.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-479-2697. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-479-2697.
KLZ Denver.
Hey, everybody, it's Eric and Angel with the Experience Pros Radio Show, coming right after your Ericisms and Angelosophies.
Today, we're going to remind you that you're in the people business.
People business?
Yeah, a lot of times people ask you, what do you do? What business are you in?
I sell cars.
I'm in IT, I'm in coaching.
I make cookies.
But it doesn't matter what industry you are in, you're in the people business. And of course, this is a spinoff of Howard Schultz's quote, the former CEO. Is he the current CEO?
He's the current CEO of Starbucks.
This was when he was the former CEO.
That's correct.
He actually said this, that he says, we're not in the coffee business serving people. We're in the people business serving coffee. And it doesn't matter what industry you are in the people business. Whatever you're selling, the service or product you're providing is really just a means to an end to actually serve people.
Well, and this is where we find the biggest disconnect with small business is they believe that they're in the widget selling business or the service selling business. And in order to make sure that I pay the bills, I must sell my widgets or my services, which is not altogether incorrect.
No,
but the means by which you get there must be the relationships.
Right. And the benefits, so often it's the features. It's red, it's yellow, we're open these hours, we're family owned and operated. This is my history. And it's all this data that's blah, blah, blah. Right. We need to grab people's attentions. We need to connect with them emotionally, find a place that actually shows them there's far more benefit to do business here than any place else, which means we have to connect with them people to people, which means we have to not only train our staff on how to do inventory and run the cash register and all that piece, but more importantly, how they interact with people. Because I'll tell you what, more often than not, left to our own devices, we're going to screw this up.
That way. So remember, your Ericism and Angelosophy for today is simply this. It doesn't matter what business you're in the relationship business. So get together and find a way with your team, your staff, whoever it is. If you're the only one, great, fantastic, put on the hat. And make sure you take care of your people, your customers. Remember, if you do have staff, they're your first line of customer service. There you go.
Absolutely. All right. Check out the Experience Pros calendar. Have you been to the website recently? ExperiencePros.com. Lots of fun stuff over there. The calendar.
All these over 5 events of
For the environment. Visit calltorecycle.com or call.
You'll know when this ends and it says it's up next. It'll pause and there you are.
To Reason with John Rush this afternoon at 3. Now back to the Experience Pros on KLZ 560.
You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, authors of Leading the Revolution and founders of Experience Pros University, are changing the way people treat people in business. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Experience Pros radio show. It is a terrific Tuesday, and Angel, I have a bee in my bonnet.
That's quite a sight.
Hold on, everybody. It's just not really terrific Tuesday. It's a Monday. What's going on?
We're at a
you know what?
store
6 years ago.
6 years ago, this was our very first day on KLZ. That was our very first broadcast ever on KLZ.
Let's listen in. Till drawer. And I remembered I needed quarters because I was coming to downtown Denver and I needed quarters for the parking. So I handed her a couple of dollars and said, "Can I get some change?" And you know what she said?
I would think she would give you your change.
You would think so, but no, she said no.
No way.
No, really. She said no. She said that can you believe somebody said no to me?
I can't believe it, but as I'm listening to the show, this was our very first broadcast, the very first time we were ever in a major studio. Of course, we had been doing a podcast the 6 months before that on the internet. This was our first day at KLZ, first time ever in a studio, microphone, the whole thing.
Let's see what you had to say about it.
Candy.
She wanted you to buy something in order to give you change.
Yep, because she couldn't open her drawer.
She couldn't open her drawer. There's a button on the register that lets you open the cash drawer.
You know that. I know that. But she was unable to affect the button.
Oh, I hate it when that happens.
I did too. And then I was curious because I said, what is it? Can I reach over and push the button for you? And she, of course, she said no to that too. And I don't know why, but she said no. And pretty soon, after a little bit of back and forth between the two of us, she eventually pointed over to this guy named Mike and said that Mike could get me change, but I'd have to stand in Mike's line. And Mike had several people in his line, and I had to stand in line to get Mike to do this. Mike is some things just never change.
You know, we just turned that on this morning to hear it, to see, okay, what did we sound like on the very first day?
Pretty much exactly the same as we sound right now.
Exactly the same way we sound now. So we will actually post that on our Facebook wall and let you folks go in and tune in to the very first ever broadcast that we did here on KLZ. And of course, it's been 6 years. And now we are on 12 stations across the country, thanks to our syndicators with Biz Talk Radio. And we're slated to start the Biz Talk television
show. We should actually announce that to everybody. It's been all the news here in Denver for the last couple of days. BizTalk TV has offered us an opportunity to launch a brand new television show coming to a market near you. 37 different markets across the country, including New York City and Los Angeles and Philadelphia and Atlanta and everywhere in between. And so stay tuned. I get to say stay tuned, because the Experience Pros television show will come in January, and we're very excited about that.
We are super excited, but how fun to be able to pull back the archives. And I was a little nervous as we're getting ready to start the show.
Oh, no one was more nervous than Charlie, our producer. He's like, I see you hooking up things that you're not normally hooking up. Do you want me to play something new?
Pulled this up right as we're getting ready to go live. Well, we couldn't have done this without Charlie, and of course Charlie wasn't here on the first couple of weeks that we started the show, and but he's been our producer ever since. And really, when you think of the Experience Pros radio show, you have to know that it's all because of the training and the support and the participation of Charlie, our producer, that pulls all of this together, including Eric's antics of saying, with a minute left to go before the show, we want a new opening today.
I wasn't going to do a new opening. I just wanted to see if the technology worked. And Charlie's watching me hook up stuff that we do not normally use in the studio. And he comes in and he's like, "You're causing me alarm. My heart rate is raising. Are you really thinking about doing something now?" Yeah. And then he offers, "Well, would you like to swap that out?"
No. He's like, if we're going to...
90 seconds left. Would you like to swap that out?
We're going to do
Charlie,
it.
Thanks for asking.
We're going to do it right. And so this is where Charlie has to intervene a little bit.
6 years he's been putting up with my antics. Is that what you call them?
6 years.
My antics.
6 years. Two little folks thought they could start a radio show.
Yeah.
And here we are. So happy anniversary, Charlie.
And
happy anniversary. Yes, to all of our listeners. Thank you so much for participating, supporting the Experience Pros radio show all these years.
And they say it takes 10 years to achieve an overnight success.
We're 6 years in.
4 years from now, it's going to be amazing. folks.
That's what we just keep counting down, right? When when you hit 4 years, you're like, you know what? 10 years? Okay, I think we can do this.
I don't know if I can handle any more success.
5 years, 6 years. We're 6 years in. So 4 years, watch out.
Charlie, you're confused. You're thinking, oh gosh, it's a big deal that we're doing 90 seconds out and you want to change everything on the front end of a show. I'm 7 weeks out from a new television show and I have no clue what it's going to be called or what we're going to talk about. How about them apples?
We're going to talk about this.
Charlie, you want to produce a TV show?
No.
He says yes.
Yeah.
For the record.
Somehow shaking his head no. I learned that body language class.
I'm watching with a sideways head, so it looks like yes to me.
Absolutely. Well, Eric just wants it to be whatever he wants it to look like.
I just want Charlie.
All right. Found a fun little article this morning. Actually, in Angie USA.
Yeah.
To me this article this morning. I do a weekly radio show with her, and she had sent me this article, and I thought, okay, this is the topic you want us to talk about. And she's like, no, Angela, that's not what I wanted to talk about. I don't know how you got it, but it was about a food bank and how in California, a gentleman was walking through the neighborhood with his dog, and he saw a great amount of fruit that was still left on the trees, right? And just through the neighborhood, that fruit that wasn't being harvested. In fact, he had a friend in particular had a tangerine tree and an orange tree in their yard. But of course, only used a handful for them and their family.
Okay.
Because he was a documentary photographer, he knew firsthand how communities were in need, and especially the food banks. And so that I sparked the idea to harvest his friend's fruit and donate it to the local food bank.
Harvest your friend's fruit and donate it to the food bank. Okay,
right?
Good deal.
Here's an idea. Here they've got these trees that harvest, have all the fruit. And he said it was just a watershed opportunity to connect need with abundance. And so he launched the first food harvest with just him and together. They gathered 85 pounds of tangerines in just a few short hours. Less than a month later, he enlisted 50 people on another harvest, which yielded 5,000 pounds of oranges that would have otherwise rotted. So now, with 3 core programs in place, the food bank recovers and donates 4 million pounds of food each year. Stuff that was just
going to be destroyed,
right? So it's not, here's the farms and the farmers where all of that. This is just in the neighborhoods where fruit trees happen to be growing and the fruit isn't harvested.
Well, and let's be honest, there are many food banks all around the country. They're serving a population that really needs our help.
But think about this. How many people have a garden and way too many zucchinis, way too many tomatoes for you and your family? So you're trying to find friends and family to take this abundance of food.
By the way, if you have a garden with way too many zucchinis, Angel would love to meet you. Okay. It's the new superfood over at her place.
It really is. My son, he's like, all right, Mom.
I want credit.
What's with the zucchini? You should get the credit. I want credit. So pause.
I'll say that's French for stop.
Zucchini is now my favorite superfood. Eric hooked me on to what he calls zoodles.
Zoodles.
These is noodles made out of a zucchini. So he has like a fun little grater thing.
Yeah.
I found a fun little tool at
called the spiralizer.
Okay, thank you. And it turns my zucchini into noodles.
Yeah.
We made noodles with spaghetti sauce. You can have Italian noodles, so it can be a replacement for spaghetti. We also do an Asian dish, so it's kind of a replacement for the rice noodles or rice. We also do a Hispanic, like a Mexican dish, and do like spicy taco meat and stuff in it.
Stuffed zucchini kind of
so yummy. So yeah. So I made chicken enchiladas, which I normally do with flour tortillas, but instead I made them in zucchini boats.
Oh, zucchini boats.
That was kind of yummy. It needs a little tweak though, because it's a little runny.
That's all right. That's part of the fun of the food. Yeah.
Right. But then I saw this thing on Facebook with this like cream cheese with artichoke cheese, but you put it inside bread. And I thought, ooh,
if you can put it in bread, you can put it in
a zucchini.
A zucchini.
So anyways, if you have extra zucchinis, zucchini is now. I bought like $12 worth of zucchini.
All right, let's get back to the food banks all across America. Here are the best ways that you can donate to food banks because they need your help, folks. The first way is volunteer your time.
Absolutely. So if you've got a few hours a month, you can volunteer at your local food bank. They are always needing that resource. Volunteers are probably their most precious commodity. If you don't have a lot of time to donate, if you just at the grocery store, pick up a couple extra things. You're going to buy one peanut butter, pick up an extra one, an extra box of crackers or something that you're buying that's non-perishable instead of just one for your family. pick up an extra. And a lot of times at the register, they have items even already collected, and they're collecting for the food bank. And it doesn't cost you but a couple more dollars and no extra time at all.
You know what's really cool is organize a food drive. I mean, you see these at a lot of the sporting events, and such like that. Organize a food drive. It doesn't take much but a couple of cardboard boxes, and invite the people who are coming to your next event to bring canned foods.
And it's super easy. So, instead of, you can even give them like $1 off their ticket price or something if they bring some donations for the local food bank. And if you've got a few extra weeks, you're thinking long term, then every week when you go grocery shopping, save an item to donate and fill a hamper. And the goal would be to fill the hamper and donate it to the food bank. So just an item a week. And it adds up to a whole basket full of goodies that you can take and drop off to your local food bank.
Solid stuff. All right, there you go. People need our help. We're willing to help. Charlie, thanks for priming up the old tunes and getting us going again. 6-year anniversary. Here we go. We'll probably come back after these commercials and do something newer than 6 years old. What do you say?
More current than 6 years old?
Coming next.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Stop calling around looking for the best mortgage rates and call ALMC Mortgage. ALMC Mortgage matches you with the right mortgage for your needs every single time. Now's the right time to finance. Call ALMC Mortgage today at 303-696-6933. 303-696-6933. Check out today's current rates and questions you should ask about your mortgage at almcmortgage.com. almcmortgage.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Hey, diehards. This is Angel, and I want you to join me on Thanksgiving morning for the Highlands Ranch Chamber 5K. It starts with a pancake breakfast provided by our friends from the Colorado National Guard and finishes with fun activities. I'll let you guess what they'll be serving in the beer garden. The race starts at 9 a.m. on Thanksgiving morning, and you'll be finished and energized enough to eat the whole turkey. Sign up for the early bird price online at td5k.com. That's td5k.com to save $10. It's all brought to you by the Highlands Ranch Chamber and Furniture Row. td5k.com.
Computers. We can't live a moment without them. My friend sent me an email recently saying she was having 99 problems and 97 of them were because of email and technology. I hate it when it doesn't work, but I'm stuck with how to get past the lockups, the slow retrieval, and lost data. This is what Binkley IT specializes in, all your computer quirks and hangups. They'll take care of you, and often they can do it remotely. Call our friends at Binkley IT and solve your IT puzzle one piece at a time. Call 720-254-1057, 720-254-1057. And if your computer is still working, look them up online at binkleyit.com.
Boom! That's what you're looking for out of your professional networking events, and that's what Boom delivers. Create great business relations and build power partner connections the 4th or 5th Monday of the month at Bar Louie in Westminster from 6 to 8 p.m. Every event is sold out, so get your tickets for the next one today at boomcolorado.com. That's boomcolorado.com. Want more? How about quarterly training seminars? Boom! Network with great people. boomcolorado.com.
Get your vehicle back in the showroom condition with the most comprehensive auto detail from Bumper Dock Denver. They remove tree sap and pollutants from your car's painted surfaces. Minor scratches are cleaned up with a high-speed polish, and a glaze finish is applied to restore a deep shine. Bumper Dock Denver understands that your vehicle is more than just a mode of transportation. It reflects your business. No matter what you drive, you get fast, friendly, honest service to protect your auto investment and bring out the full beauty of your car. 303-369-7292 or bumperdockdenver.com.
Get focused, take inspired action, and break through your distractions by attending Vision is Victory, the event led by Carrie Conley in Scottsdale, Arizona. Reduced airfares are happening right now, so sign up today and take a few days in January to transform your business and your life. You'll leave with a step-by-step plan to create massive success for the entire year. Vision is Victory, the event, starts January 14th. Register online at infinitenation.com for this vision building retreat and join us to create the best year of your life. infinitenation.com.
Friends, there are very few things more important to your business than the way it's viewed and used on the internet. Your website is the gateway to your entire sales process, and here at Experience Pros, we trust Donna Galassi and Blue Zenith Web Design to make our website more than just a brochure for our business. If you want your website to be an experience, Contact Donna today at 720-248-8431. That's 720-248-8431. Or visit them online to see their work. Use bluezenith.com. We do.
When your IT person says your VPN's PPTP failed because the IP conflict caused a protocol failure, all you seem to hear is blah, blah, money, money, blah, blah, last time. We're C-Squared Computer Consulting, and we speak geek fluently, but we translate when talking to you. When you understand the issues, you can better prioritize your money and time. Our managed services provide a stable spending model with system monitoring and trust. Call C-Squared Computer Consulting today at 303-933-1113 or go to c2cc.net.
Random online searching is one way to find a good company, but an even better way is to choose the companies that are listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory. This elite list of companies have one thing in common. They offer extreme customer service. Their customers are bragging about them, and that's what sets them apart. Trust the companies listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory to take care of you. Extreme Customer Service Directory at experiencepros.com/directory. experiencepros.com/directory. The experienced pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Experienced Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us today. You remember the, what was it, Snow White show? You know, the Snow White movie?
The movie, Snow White and the Seven
the
Dwarfs.
the dwarves had a song. Do you remember that?
The Hi-Ho song?
That's the one. Hydro.
No,
I can't quite get up that high.
I don't think they
Hydro.
I don't think they were saying hydro because they probably didn't know about Hydro Shield. But if they did, that would be the song they would be singing. And I'll tell you what, if you don't know about Hydro Shield, that is the song you're going to be singing as well. We brought in our expert guest today, Chad Butler and Tyler Gearhart with Rocky Mountain Hydro Shield of Denver, both here in the studio, protecting your greatest investments in your home. Chad, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
And Tyler, welcome to the show.
Thank you, guys. Excited to be here today.
What is Hydro Shield? I'm going to ask Tyler first. What is Hydro Shield?
What is Hydro Shield? That's a great question. Hydro Shield is a protective coating that we apply to surfaces in your home, typically the hard to clean surfaces like your granite, your natural stones, your shower glass, tile, grout, and even your porcelain. So your toilets and sinks.
The toilet, okay. All right, I was waiting for
yeah.
That's a hard to clean, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Really? Your toilets too?
Absolutely.
I never even thought of that. All right. Well, this is pretty awesome when we start talking about protecting all of that and making it so easy to clean up. But the holidays are coming. They're right here. We're in the throes of it. And you think about everybody always huddles in the kitchen. Like that's the go-to place for every holiday party. And the worst part of a holiday party, Chad, is the cleanup afterwards. Can Hydro Shield help me with that?
Absolutely. And you got it right. I think anybody who's ever hosted a holiday party knows how difficult it can be sometimes to clean up and some of the surprises you might have when you start putting all that away, all of a sudden to find that stain on your new granite or in your grout or in your tile. And absolutely. So Hydro Shield has, as Tyler said, a protective coating that makes those surfaces 75% easier to clean while also protecting against stains, scratches, and bacteria.
Okay. Now, are we talking the real stains? You know, the red wine?
We are talking the red wine. We are talking the oil. We are talking the acidic vinegar, coffee, you name it. So absolutely, our coatings will keep those stains from ever adhering to your stone. It keeps it at the surface level.
All right.
Ever adhering. I like that.
Tyler, let me ask you this. Okay.
Sure.
So maybe somebody's moved into a new home and the granite's been there forever. I mean, they came with the house, if you will. How do they know if it was ever sealed in the first place and with what or whatnot?
And is it too late to seal it later?
Right. Well, that's a great question. And no, it's absolutely not too late. Chances are when the granite was originally installed, the fabricators threw on a sealer, typically a 1-year sealer, and then they'll leave behind a small bottle and ask you to reapply every 6 to 12 months. Well, the great thing about Hydro Shield is we're a one-time application with a 15-year warranty.
15 years?
15 years. And we're not going to leave any kind of bottles, anything behind after we're done and ask you to reapply. Once it's on there, it's on there.
Wow.
Okay, Chad, tell me again, what are the surfaces that you guys cover?
So we specialize in natural stones like granite, marble, travertine, slate, etc. But we also do glass, grout, and porcelain products like tile, toilets, and sinks.
So showers.
I know. I'm now thinking about my home.
Showers,
So
flooring.
I've got a natural slate tile on my floor with
Yes.
granite. Do you do that?
So we absolutely do. We can put a protective coating on your slate that will just have everything beat up and sit on top. So it
Chad,
just wipes clean.
is she going to start ice skating on that?
Do you clean it up first?
We do. We
or
offer
do I have to
restoration
scrub it?
services for existing surfaces. So we can go into your shower enclosure. We can bring that glass back to life before we seal it. We can also bring your natural stones back to life before we seal them.
This is people get in touch with you, meaning my husband.
Well, the easiest way to find us is on the web. You can go to RM, short for Rocky Mountain HydroShield.com, or
HydroShieldOfDenver.com.
Okay, so
HydroShield of Denver or RMHydroShield.com. Both will get you to this fabulous surface or service provider. And so when we think about, yes, we can do a lot of this on our own, right? We can buy stuff, but you say they're so short term and you have to reapply them every year.
Right. So when people ask, can I do this myself? The answer is simply yes, you can. There are sealers available at your Home Depot or your Lowe's. And what I tell people is that you're not going to get what you don't pay for. They're very affordable. Like I said, they're going to last about 6 months, and then you're going to have to reapply. So that's going to entail you, fighting traffic on a Saturday, going to Home Depot, buying it, coming back and applying it. Where with us, it's just a one-time application, and then you're not going to have to worry about it. If you have any problems, you give us a call. There's no 1-800 numbers.
Just kind of come in and shield my house.
we can do that for you.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, so gosh, Chad,
yes.
let's do this. You're giving away a Hydro Holiday discount, and it's no small discount. It's 25%.
Yeah, this is going to be really our largest discount of the year. We'd like to offer it out to our experienced pros, friends and family, and Angel being number one. Hopefully you give us a call, but we'd like to offer a 25% discount with free estimates. So we'll come to your home, we'll take the measurements, we'll show you what we can do firsthand, and we'll apply, if you mention Hydro Holiday, a 25% discount to any surfaces we seal.
So do we have to sing it like this? Hydro.
Yes, we would appreciate a little bit of a musical tone to that.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, listen, guys, this just came in from one of our listeners, and it's a question that's relevant to this. Does HydroShield protect against mold in the shower and in the grout and stuff like that?
Absolutely. It puts a layer of protection in there. We also have ways to come in if you have existing mold mildew issues. We do have ways to come in and assist you in getting rid of those before we seal it up and keep it from happening.
Can you get rid of my son who creates most of the mess?
That I might have to leave up to you.
Okay,
but,
I just thought I'd ask.
Some pamphlets for the local apartment complex. All right. So is there anything that you've ever come in and somebody had, a countertop porcelain or something like that you're like, what is just too far gone and you can't take care of it, or is pretty much everything salvageable?
Well, no, I would say many things are salvageable. We also have partners that have some deep cleaning capabilities that we, if we ever come across something that is, we're always going to try to help that person. We're going to direct them in the right direction.
You got a great village of people.
Yeah,
all right. So, Chad, Rocky Mountain HydroShield is what's the website?
RMHydroShield.com.
And then Tyler?
HydroShieldOfDenver.com.
Either one gets you to two great guys who love working together. They're fantastic to work with.
You can even find them on the Extreme Customer Service Directory. Take advantage of their Hydro Holiday 25% discount, free estimates through the end of the year, only for our experienced pros, members, and listeners. And call them up and say, Hydro.
See, it's catchy, isn't it?
Yeah, no, kind of is.
Guys, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Folks, don't go anywhere. More positive business talk to follow. You're listening to Angel and Eric, and this is the most positive business talk show in America.
The experienced pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Over 400,000 businesses in Colorado have less than 10 employees. Your business probably fits into that category. Imagine what would be accomplished if everyone joined forces. The Colorado Micro Business Alliance brings owners together to give you a unified voice in state and local politics, as well as helps negotiate better deals for products and services. They offer top-level seminars and networking events. Join now for only $5 a month at ColoradoMicroBusinessAlliance.com.
Get your payroll and employee paperwork done efficiently, effectively, and economically with Employer Essentials. Free up your time, free up your money, and let Employer Essentials help your business grow. They handle all of your payroll and HR needs at EmployerEssentials.com or call 303-734-9436. 303-734-9436.
Do you wish your career was moving along a different path? Do you ever feel like your business owns you when it really should be the other way around? Do you feel like this isn't the life you thought you'd be living? Well, you're not alone. Sandy Corrigan has a system that helps people create careers worth having, businesses worth owning, that results in lives worth living. Call or text Sandy Corrigan today at 303-907-1010. That's 303-907-1010. It's worth the phone call.
Friends, this is Eric, and I want to turn you on to a fantastic bi-monthly patriotic newsletter I've discovered. It's called The Pen, and it's a compilation of numerous patriotic writers packed with political information that you won't find in the newspaper. Contact my friend Beth Ann for a free sample copy at csctalkradio.com or send $24.95 to P.O. Box 73, California, Missouri 65018 to receive The Pen for an entire year. The Pen, promoting liberty and keeping patriots informed. Subscribe today. csctalkradio.com. That's csctalkradio.com.
Dove Valley Storage has your affordable storage solutions for RVs, boats, cars, or construction equipment. Covered units you can own or rent at unbelievable prices. There's no other product like this in Colorado, and they're offering them at a fraction of the price of owning an RV garage or man cave. Hurry and call Kim today. They're going fast for fall delivery. 720-201-4062. That's 720-201-4062. Or check them out online, dovevalley.storage.com. They've got you covered.
The Extreme Customer Service Directory is the go-to place for finding the companies who have the best customer testimonials. Plus, to make it even easier, we narrowed down the field to only 3 companies in your area. If you need a printer in the metro area, we have it. If you need ink and toner, we have it. The Extreme Customer Service Directory is one of the most visited directories in the state, and it's all yours to view for free at experiencepros.com. experiencepros.com for the best in customer service. When you're looking for the best, think Experience Pros. You can feel good about doing business with the pros.
If you rely on networking to build your business, you need Renovate. If you are sick of wasting your time cold calling to find a few, you need Renovate. Extreme Relationship Management will help you renovate. Renovate is revolutionary training that elevates your not working and supercharges your networking to get real results. Sign up for the next Renovate training this week at extremerelationshipmanagement.com or call 855-I-LIKE-ERM. You need Renovate.
You're busy, but are you really achieving the dreams you thought you would? Infinite Nation knows that when your vision is big enough, you can create infinite success. Request your free vision check phone call with award-winning vision coach Carrie Conley. Discover how easy it is to achieve your infinite success. Call 720-331-8693. 720-331-8693 and check out the Vision is Victory workshop online at infinitenation.com.
You need more customers, and you need to keep the ones you already have. Lists That Save My Business is your answer to gaining and retaining clients without cold calling or chasing cold leads. Do business with people who like you and who already trust you. Lists That Save My Business is the book with easy-to-use checklists to bring more of the right customers into your sales process. Buy your copy of Lists That Save My Business from Amazon.com. These lists will save your business. Buy your copy of Lists That Save My Business today and grow your business the Experience Pros way.
At highway speeds, the average text takes your eyes off the road for about 5 seconds. That's enough time to travel the length of a football field. Stop texts, stopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros radio show.
I'm giving you all the love every day, every day.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show with Angel and Eric. Writing a book. Where do you get started? How do you figure it all out? Well, we got here as quickly as we could.
Well, so the former CEO of Thomas Nelson, Michael Hyatt, he says, I receive a lot of emails from would-be authors who are trying to get published. But however, by the time I hear from them, they're usually frustrated. They can't get anyone in the book publishing world to respond, and they're convinced they have the next killer idea, right?
Well, maybe they do.
Right? Mine is going to be the next hot topic, the best big seller. If only someone would read my manuscript, they plead. The problem is that most publishers, and this is the dirty little secret, right, will not review unsolicited proposals or manuscripts.
Really?
Yeah, he said I personally received hundreds of proposals every year when I worked at Thomas Nelson. My staff received thousands, and publishers simply don't have the resources to review them. So if it's unsolicited, we don't look at it.
How do we get them to solicit?
So here's what he recommends.
All
He
right.
says the first thing is to educate yourself.
Yes.
If you want to publish with a general market publisher, there are some different books he recommends. One, The Writer's Market by Robert Lee Brewer.
Okay.
And if you want to write for the Christian market, the Christian Writers Market Guide. Both books include writers' guidelines and submission procedures for publishing houses. Plus,
Okay.
they give you a good overview of the literary marketplace. So educate yourself.
You know, this is common sense, which is not always common practice, right? But the common sense side of it says, if you are going to do anything, if you want a new job, if you want somebody to respond to you, you have to educate yourself about their world in order to fit in to their world.
Right. You know, and I think a lot of times we don't take into any credence of what they're dealing with, what's going on in their world. It's all about me, right? This is my world, my killer idea, my book idea, my timeline, my urgency. Why won't you just take care of it?
My.
Right. And so knowing who they are, what they need, how they work, and going through the process. He also recommends following some publishing blogs where you can get incredibly helpful advice and straight talk from people who work in the industry.
Are there such things?
He actually recommends 4 of them. One, Rochelle Gardner, Jane Friedman, Chip McGregor, and Yates and Yates.
Okay. Yeah, there's other blogs, but those seem to be the most useful to people who are looking to break into the publishing world and get your book published.
All right. So here's where the rubber kind of falls onto you a little bit.
No. The phrase is the rubber hits the road.
Oh, sorry.
This is where the rubber hits the road.
This is where the rubber hits the road?
Yes.
Okay.
If the rubber falls onto you, yeah. Go ahead.
Write a killer book proposal. If you want to write or have written a book, then writing a killer book proposal is what publishers want to see,
All
right? Because it's everything they need in their format, how they want to read it, how they want to see it, formatted in their way. And pretty much this is a standard piece, but it's got to grab them from the get-go.
Yeah, and by the way, there are a couple of tools that you can go out and get, a couple of ebooks out there. One called Writing a Winning Nonfiction Book Proposal, or in the case you're writing a fiction book, Writing a Winning Fictional Book Proposal.
How less confusing can you be, right?
Right.
Writing a winning nonfiction book proposal,
or
writing a winning fiction book proposal.
Get those 2 ebooks and figure it out.
They'll tell you exactly what publishers want.
Mm-hmm.
And so next, have someone review your proposal, especially someone who is either a professional editor or an English teacher.
English teacher. Oh, gosh. Get ready. Because they still have red pens, I'm pretty sure.
Right. And so often we write like we talk.
Mm-hmm.
So we throw in a lot of just and varies and wrong pronunciation. I never say the word whom when I am talking. And I swear, I felt like when Eric was editing our book list at Save My Business, when he was going through it, I felt like I had King James editing our book.
Not King James.
I felt like it.
Just somebody who knows language.
Right.
I could have been an English major.
And so who talks like that? Who, we had to have, I swear, the word whom ended up in the edited version 5,000 times.
And then it got cut because, you know what? People don't talk like that.
Right. So we ended up having to rephrase the entire sentence, almost the entire paragraph, so we could avoid the word whom, because Angel didn't feel like it was very friendly.
It's all right.
Find a literary agent to represent you.
No.
Really, this is often, it's not the only, but it is often the way to get in the door with a publishing company.
Absolutely. Here's the thing that literary agents have that you don't have: connections. They are connected to the people and the companies that could very well be game changing for you. And this is why people get into agencies and all. And I'll be honest with you. For years, I was a professional stage illusionist and in show business, touring the world, I'm the guy who turned down an opportunity to work with Jay Leno on The Tonight Show. Yes, that's me. I did not have an agent. Had I had an agent, I'm sure that the story would be different and I would have been on the show.
You ever heard he wasn't following the absolutely rule?
I didn't care for the notion of agents because most agents are more interested in their wallet than they are of promoting you and your business. However,
that's a stigma.
It is. And I'm correcting I'm correcting the issue right now because now I know that agents, and especially when it comes to literary agents, have the connections that you need if you're wanting to break into this market. If you actually want a book to pay for your activity, you need a literary agent.
Well, this is kind of the same thing with a lot of different professionals, right? If you want a publicist, you're not paying for their skills in writing the press release.
Yeah.
You're paying for their contacts of whose desk that press release is going to land on. Same with a literary agent. Again, we said that publishers do not accept unsolicited proposals.
Yeah.
So this is where that literary agent, again, not that they are, doing the work for you, but it's who they know. Business coach is kind of the same thing. We think, okay, well, they're not going to grow my business. No, but they're going to tell you exactly what you need to do to get there faster.
That's
you
right.
can figure it out on your own, right? But if you want to make money at it, you want to actually create revenue, you want to get it in front of the right people, you need other people to make those introductions.
There's a guide to literary agents. It's updated every single year. It's been written by Chuck Sambucino, and he has even the 2016 guide is already out now. So you can go get the 2016 guide to literary agents, and it answers these questions for you. You're going to love this guide if you're a writer who needs an agent that's right for you. You want to hear stories of how other authors found an agent. You're ready to launch your writing career. Remember, the career implies that you're going to actually get paid for it. You want to learn about professional writers events, and you want the most up-to-date information on literary agents available. You really need to go check out chucksambucino.com. That's SAMBUCHINO.com, chucksambucino.com. And check out his 2016 guide to literary agents.
All right. And here's finally, you're probably going to get rejected. Chicken Soup for the Soul, 146 times it was rejected. In many cases, many authors, you deal with a lot of that. In fact, in Michael Hart's, he says, I had over 29 publishers reject my first book proposal. However, it went on to be a New York Times bestseller, which there are scores of authors with similar stories. So it's not a one time. You're going to send it one time. You're going to send that proposal over and over and over again. And if you decide, okay, I just can't handle the rejection, then consider self-publishing.
Oh.
It's not right for everyone, and it no longer has the stigma it used to have, right? Because a lot of legitimate authors are going by way of self-publishers. It can be a legitimate and strategically smart decision depending on your goals, your circumstances, and your resources.
You've got questions. Everybody knows that you do. Why not check out one of our members on the Extreme Customer Service Directory? Her name is Polly Latovsky. Her business is called My Word Publishing. If you want to know more about the world of self-publishing, you owe it to yourself to check out My Word Publishing on the Extreme Customer Service Directory at experiencepros.com.
Absolutely. She's going to take you through the entire step, have all the resources, book covers, editing, getting your book out there, getting you published, and even helping you market as well. She is also known because she's the only woman who's ever walked around the world. You can read her book, 3 Miles Per Hour. You can find that on Amazon as well. But My Word Publishing, lots of resources for you out there. And here's the thing. Everybody's got a book in them.
Everybody does. At least one.
At least one. And it might be your story. It might be your biography. You might want to use it as a business, an element to grow your business, as a marketing tool.
It's all very good. And you know something, we can all do something. You can put that out there and build your business. It doesn't have to be just a brochure. You can make a living with it. Thanks to Michael Hyatt for his advice to first-time authors. It was a fantastic article. And, it's good stuff, folks, when you think about all the different advice that you get here on the Experience Pros radio show. You can implement these things. We promise you it's good for your business, and it will be good for the people who get to hear your story as well. We'll post Michael Hyatt's article on the Experience Pros Facebook page. You can find us at facebook.com/Experience Pros. It's facebook.com/Experience Pros. And when we come back, we'll wrap up the show, put a bow tie on it, because this is the most positive business talk show in America. And you're listening to Angel and Eric, where we like to say we got here really as quickly as we could. Back after this.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experience Pros radio show. This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the orange effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
Attention business owners, if you're waiting 30 to 60 days or more to get paid, Riviera Finance can turn your invoices into immediate cash flow. Let them help. Their process is simple and no debt is created. Riviera Finance has local offices serving clients across the U.S. and Canada. So if you bill on credit but need better cash flow, call Riviera Finance now. 800-872-7484. That's 800-872-7484. Or visit RivieraFinance.com.
You've got a great business, lots of customers, and a catchy tagline. Things are going great, right? Has it ever occurred to you that if you are doing so well in your business, someone else might be trying to copy or steal your concept and make it their own? It happens every day. But don't let it happen to you. You need attorney Steve Replin on your side. Much more than just a lawyer, Steve is a business consultant who knows how to protect what's yours while helping you grow it to success. Call Steve today and CYA. That's Cover Your Assets. 303-322-7919. 303-322-7919.
I don't know how to tell you this, but recently your husband's been pretty cold.
Did he do something or say something?
No, he's just cold.
I can't believe you'd say that. He's the most caring person I know.
Will someone please call Bowman Heating and Air? It's so cold in here, even the pipes are freezing.
Don't let your friends call your husband cold. Call Bowman Heating and Air today, 303-622-6502, and get a $99 furnace service to prevent your husband from getting cold. 303-622-6502 or BowmanHVAC.com.
You've had it with the big box print shops and online printing companies. Sure, they offer cheap services, and that's what you get, cheap service. Isn't it about time you found someone who not only made you look good, but also makes you feel good? Award-winning PrintingDoneQuickly.com offers the highest level of concierge service without the concierge price. PrintingDoneQuickly.com, where we serve your business as we wish to be served, and quickly too. That's PrintingDoneQuickly.com.
Hi, this is Angel, and I want you to picture this. You're driving home after soccer practice. Your little girl is sitting in the back seat, and the radio is gently playing your favorite music. Your car is your world for the moment, and your world is safe because Nyland's Collision Center wouldn't cut corners on the quality of parts when they fixed that fender bender last month. NYLUNDS collision.com. No one knows your car better. The safety of your whole world is in their hands. Visit nylandscollision.com or call them at 303-761-9219.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
The top 75% of all the clicks. 75%. That means if you're on page 2, you are missing out on tons of potential business. You, my friend, are in need of professional help. At SharpNet Solutions, it's not all about clicks. It's about making sales. They optimize the Experience Pros Extreme Customer Service Directory, and they can optimize your business. Call them today, 303-900-4988. That's 303-900-4988. Or find them online at sharpnetsolutions.com. Put their talents to work and see what they can do for you. 303-900-4988. Mention the Experience Pros and get up to 50% off. Call today.
Hi, this is Scott Watley. Join me weekdays from noon to 1 for Haystack Help Radio. We'll help with consumer problems, give you quality business referrals, let you know about the latest scams, and we'll also give great help for seniors. Weekdays, noon to 1 for Haystack Help Radio. Check out our website, haystackhelpradio.com.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros radio show.
Time keeps on slipping into the future.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show with Angel and Eric. Thanks for taking time out of your day to join us for ours. I always say that, and it always makes reference to time. I'm kind of I've got a fixation. I have always had an obsessive fixation with time.
You kind of have, when you were doing your magic shows, you always had some time
twist.
Yeah.
What if we could go back? What if we could go into the future?
Right. And
what if I could take something from
several
past?
Of his magic tricks had to do with past and time and future and moving stuff through time, which was really wicked.
Did it once with your wedding ring
to be a part of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where he mailed it to me.
I borrowed your wedding ring on one day, mailed it to you 2 weeks ago.
But in the package I received 2 weeks ago, it was in there. It was really wicked. Yeah. So if you ever want him to do magic tricks on the radio, we can get him to do that. Won't take much to twist his arm. But, when we talk about technology, and of course, we're celebrating 6 years here on KLZ, and I think about some of the, what was life like back 6 years ago and how technology has really changed. One, how we do the show, some of the technology that we're using.
Absolutely.
My husband's been watching a TV show on Netflix, a TV show series that's currently running. And so he went back to the very first season. And so he's run through the first seasons. And what's funny is to watch the phones.
Oh, the technology is just
technology of the phones.
They were probably very small back when they started.
They were still kind of flip phones, but in this particular season, they're now taking pictures of people on their phones so that when you call me, it's your face that comes up. Do you remember when that was? I mean, that was like so long ago, but yet not just a few years ago.
Right.
So now with technology, thinking about the watches in time. And so, Eric, have you considered one of the new smartwatches that like the Apple Watch?
Oh, I have. I so desperately want one.
Do you really? Why? Why?
Oh my gosh.
I want to know because like both my daughters have one and I got them as soon as they came out. Right. And my concern is I have watches that I like to wear.
Yeah.
That if I go smartwatch, I'll never go back.
Oh,
to a watch that only tells time.
And that's probably true.
But kind of like our phones, right? I had lunch with my dad this weekend.
Yeah.
My dad just got a new phone.
Oh.
It is not a smartphone.
Your dad, what?
Right? I'm like,
how can you buy?
How?
You can't buy a phone that's not smart.
It's not a smartphone, right? But it isn't. It's a flip phone.
Does it have a cord?
It does not have a cord, and it texts. He's like, Angel, I don't need any of that other stuff. And it's true. We didn't need garage door openers until.
No, I've had one watch for several years now. It's a fossil phone. It's my favorite.
It's a fossil phone?
It is a fossil phone, and it is sexy as heck, and I love it. If I had to give up, though, if I went to an Apple Watch, I would probably put this in the drawer and probably not carry it out.
Would never pull
except
it out.
for maybe like the fine events. You
know what though? They've got some fine looking bands and watches. It kind of transcends. Okay, well, I would just wear this for fancy things. Well, here found a friend on Facebook, and he's talking about. I didn't think I was going to get into the whole Apple Watch thing, but now I love it. And here are his 5 biggest reasons.
It's
why.
gorgeous.
Yeah. It really is kind of pretty. Lots of different bands and stuff to choose from. Also, he says he's been wearing his for a week, and the sync with his phone is flawless. The overall experience, he just said, has been excellent.
It just works.
Right? And so it is. It's pretty. If you want to be more sportsman, sporty, athletic, they've got bands for that. You want something fashionable for dinner when we're going out to charity events, they've got bands for that too.
It's less intrusive.
And changing the band out Like,
it's quick and easy.
Easy.
It's less intrusive than the iPhone. You've got your iPhone, every time I either put it in my back pocket and don't worry about it bending.
He's constantly doing this move, right?
I do.
Where you've got to pull it out, put it back, pull it out, put it back. You also don't have to have your phone immediately with you. So let's say you're at home and you leave it in the kitchen. You can walk all around your home.
Yeah.
And still get notifications and access to what's going on.
Yep.
Even in the office, leave it on your desk, but meander around through the office. So we don't have to have like this brick that we're carrying as well.
It's good for health conscious people, right?
That's what he says. He also says, like weather, messages, feeds, it's all there at her wrist. And he says, get this, it even tells time.
Right.
But also more conscious of your activity level, right? I ended up getting my daughter, when she got her Apple Watch, gave me her Fitbit. So I got her hand-me-down Fitbit.
And you've been wearing that Fitbit for several months now.
I have been. I didn't actually think that I would. I thought it would really bug me to wear it. But the health
you wear
tracking
a watch
feature.
At the same time you wear your Fitbit?
On a different hand.
On a different hand.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So I wear them
There you
differently. Go. But here's, it also tracks how long you're standing. So like the Fitbit is limited on what it will track.
Mm-hmm.
The Apple Watch has a lot more things that it can actually help track. And so you become more conscious of your activity and your healthy behaviors because it's right there on your watch, right in front of you.
This is the one I think is most important. He says, it keeps me focused on what matters most. In a very real sense, my phone provides too much information and the Apple Watch provides just enough.
Okay, so he says, for example, the watch face notes my next appointment, not the entire calendar, not the whole day or the week, just the next appointment,
Smart.
which you,
I could
Eric,
use.
oh my gosh, you
totally
could totally use that. He also has a to-do list for the day. Between those two items, he says, I have everything I need to focus on what's important right now. And finally, he said, it is just plain fun to use.
Which goes back to number one, which is it's gorgeous. It's just a beautiful design. Beauty delights us, right?
Right. It's pretty and it's sleek and it's all connected and it's all everything you need. You still have your laptop, you'll still have your iPad, you'll still have your phone.
All of that.
Right. It's not going to replace any of that. I remember when the iPad came out thinking, what in the world would I use that for? Between my phone and my laptop, I don't need the iPad. But I found incredible uses for it that now, of course, we can't live without. I can't live without my automatic garage door opener,
right?
Our little Nest thermostat that we can track and change the temperature right from my phone. I can change the channel. This is now my remote control.
It is your remote control. But then again, you get back to the simplicity of the iPhone and how you don't have to do everything. It's minimalistic. It's human-centric. If you use a phrase from Ken Segal's book, insanely simple. And I think it's pretty sexy.
So is that what you want for Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that what you're buying?
For me. We could buy one and change out the bands.
Oh.
We could get a band for you and a band for me.
Okay.
And we could like switch it out. We could share them. No, that would not work.
Idea.
We each want our own.
That's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
All right, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. On behalf of Charlie, our producer, and Angel, myself, and all the people that make the Experience Pros radio show happen every single day, we appreciate you for not just listening to the radio show, but then sharing it with other people who can benefit from it as well. We call it Positive Business Talk for a reason. That's our promise to you, to keep it positive, to keep it business, and we do a lot of talking. Back tomorrow.
This has been the Experience Pros radio show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.